see it here. And we talk about full time on full time. Thanks for joining us. And I have some celebrities here now. Some NBA analysts. I'm joined by my boy Aiden Halls and my boy Pulsar Paul. Aiden, introduce yourself. Let's know a little bit more about you and who you're affiliated with.
Yeah, Aidan Halls. Instagram is halls.fyb. NG football team, repping Miami Heat, Jimmy B, Jimmy Butler, we.
Lovely, lovely. And joined by my boy Pulsar Paul, Paul Williams. I know you're big on the football, but I know you know some basketball as well.
Yeah. I dabble in different sports. But big Lakers fan. Repping my boy. Rest in peace to Kobe.
Rest in peace. Mamba forever.
Yeah, Mamba forever.
Alright,
Well, sometimes.
or Mamba sometimes. So guys, a lot going on in the NBA. And they recently launched an in-season tournament. So let's talk about that a bit. You think that will do a lot for the NBA? Will it make it more exciting? How will it impact the players? How will it impact the fans? Paul, I know you want to tell us more about
Well,
that.
first we should just do a brief thing on what it involves. Basically, the in-season tournament is pitting. Well, all the teams in the NBA, all 30 teams will be in 6 different groups,
Yes,
right? Made of 5 teams each,
yes.
right? 3 from the Western Conference, 3 from the Eastern Conference, right? They each play each other in the home and away,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So it's 4 games each, and the best team from each group will move forward to the quarterfinals, right?
Yes.
And then the next 2 best from both West and East will make up or form the last 2 that'll be moving forward to the quarterfinals. So those are the 2 wildcard teams.
And when is this
Yeah.
card? It just starts sometime in December.
It's actually November. It's starting in
Okay.
November, right? The games will be played on Tuesday and Friday, right? And after that, well, they'll have the knockout rounds where it'll be quarterfinals.
So like
four best
it's like
in the
an
East,
NBA
4 best in the
Champions League you watch
Yeah,
it,
yeah. It's kind of like
yeah.
how I like to say this, kind of like the NBA World Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
basically the same format. So your quarterfinals, top 2 from West, top 2 from East, they go into the semi, and when you reach the semis and the finals, that is in Las Vegas from December the 7th to the 9th. And I think the winner, the teams who win, each player gets a prize money of $500,000 per player. So it's very incentive.
A lot at stake there. But
Incentives.
You think that will do well for the sports? Or what's your opinion?
Well, it's already have players that injury prone, and that could account a lot in this tournament, because let's take a player like James Harden, for example, and how he's already not the healthiest player. What's going to happen when he gets injured in the tournament and then they're going towards the regular season too? You know what I mean? The team just going to be going down and down after they already traded some of their players like Matisse Thybulle. It's just not going to be good for the organization on a whole.
Yeah, it has some concerns, but I think it's something. Change is good.
Yeah,
Change is good. And
the one thing I left out, though, the games count, those particular games count towards the regular season. Eh?
oh,
So even though it's an in-season tournament, it still has a bearing on how you finish in the playoffs and your playoff ranking and stuff like that. So you still had to take it in. I mean, always a tournament game, you still had to take it in as. So it actually makes the regular season a little bit more interesting, at least the early part of it.
yeah.
Usually everybody's get into it coming down to the end and when it, getting to the playoff settings. But
Yeah.
I like how they did that. So now it puts the impetus on the teams to start performing from earlier, and actually it'll be more interesting because a lot of teams, they like to do this thing what they call load management. Now you can't do that. You
Yeah.
have to try and get the players to play and get the product out there for the fans to see.
It won't have any lull periods in the season. I think it'll add a nice spark, and I'll be watching.
But as an NBA coach too, you have to understand that, especially between the semi-finals and finals time, and you play in regular season games too, because as I said, the semi-finals and finals don't go towards
that do count
towards regular season. Your teams mightn't be full in it. As in, the Celtics mightn't like if they put Porzingis into the tournament for the finals, he might be too fatigued to play in that regular season game, or he might get injured in the finals. And you know how NBA injuries work, ankle, you're rolling an ankle and thing. Next thing you know, you out for the rest of the season. Lonzo Ball, but you know.
For me, it's a risk. That's a risk you have to take because it could happen at any time, you know? You see, just like how his phone ring there.
Again.
Injury could happen at any time.
Like I
you
get
know?
a call, I'll get a call.
You get a
from
call from the
Evans
commissioner.
here,
The
boy.
commissioner probably
Adam
calling
Silver
you.
hit you up.
Yeah.
And I'll get a call from Silver there, boy.
Yeah.
He says I go. Is
They
it
get
full-time is
drafted?
I go.
Okay,
Yeah.
no.
Full-time is I go.
But for I understand your points, but for me, you know, is risk versus reward. Yeah. I think it's better for the NBA. It makes it a little more interesting. That's just my take on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking too? You know how it have some bad mind coaches in the NBA that would take some of their salary that you get from that tournament and put it towards the team.
Yeah.
I know we're going to have role players that just came into the NBA, maybe even rookies that not going to get a full 500,000. I calling it already, and I'm going to call the organization Knicks, but you know. All I say is,
Let we not talk about
Yeah, I
that.
know New York Knicks fan in the room here. I don't think so.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
think
look,
it'll
they don't
be-
look too good. They don't look too good.
Yeah.
So, guys, I want to hop across the draft picks. Reason being, you know, it was very exciting. We saw the number 1 draft pick, Wanyama, as expected. You know, and I just want to hear a little feedback with your reaction, post-draft reactions you want to do.
It was obvious Vic was going first, but it kind of shocked me that Scoot went second. I know I sent him a prediction and I told you he was going second, but I didn't fully believe.
Miller was it was Scoot.
Yeah,
went
Scoot
second.
went
Okay,
third actually, because Miller went second.
Yeah, Miller went second.
Yeah.
But you know when teams they do little workouts before the draft and they have their preferences. So
Yes,
I
yes.
expected Miller to go second, but you know Scoot was and Victor.
Yeah.
But I know my boy James Jacques Jr. doing his thing over at Miami. That is all we want to see. That is all I really, you know.
Yeah, so you think they'll do well? You know, sometimes you have a flop from the draft. You know, you put high hopes and then they just disappear. You don't really hear about them. They might end up in the G League. You don't even know.
Nah, he's a real underdog. Yeah? Like people weren't really talking about him as much, but and I didn't know about him at first.
Yeah.
And then I saw him in the draft, and I just had a feeling about him. So I went and do my little research, and you could even check the summer league stats. The man put up some of the best numbers overall.
Wow. Yeah.
He's a real underdog, and this Miami Heat team could do a little. You know, I see them doing something, even though they traded Struz, a little Yurtsefer, and Gabe Vincent, fellas that needed it. You know, I feel we could still do something that's 2024 champions.
Who's that? Miami?
Miami, that's what I'm calling.
Yeah,
Come
boy.
on,
You're hopeful. Let's see.
Miami and
Maybe
4 beating the
maybe-
Lakers.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that we on this.
I'm talking big there,
Well, I'm
right?
glad that we on this tangent. Guys, I want to do a little debate here. It's going to be very... I'm your referee. And I want you to let me know, Paul, do you think the Lakers is better than the Miami Heat? Aiden,
Of course.
hold on.
Oh, okay.
hold
Sorry.
on. Is
I
it your partner?
rush in.
Yeah,
My
let
bad,
me rush
my
it.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think Miami is the better franchise over the Lakers? And we're talking about recently, and we're talking about historically. So I'm gonna pass the ball. The ball is in your court. Paul, grab the ball. The ball is in your court now.
Yeah.
I'll
Alright,
give you
cool.
30 seconds, brother. You tell me why historically Lakers is a better side than Miami and of recent. And the time starts now.
I don't even need 30 seconds. I call one number, 17, and that's it. That's it.
What
Is
number is
that, I mean, 17 championships. 17 for the
oh.
Lakers. You know, compared to Miami Heat's 3, you know, obviously, Lakers are the gold standard. Right? In terms of now, presently they're very well constructed for another run at the finals. We didn't quite make it last year, but you know,
You
we
don't find
made a few
you don't
additions.
find out a little lucky to reach in the finals at the end.
No, not really, because although we finished in 7th place, right? We made Rob Pelinka, the GM, made a few changes. He brought in some good pieces for us. D'Lo, Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, who was quite a fine for us coming down to the end of the season, especially in the playoffs against the champions, the Nuggets. And then obviously re-signing guys like Reeves, who had a breakout season for us last year.
Yeah,
We added
instrumental.
Gabe Vincent from the Heat, you know.
I know you wanted to mention that, you know.
Yeah, of course. He was huge for them in the playoffs last
Jumping
year.
in Miami,
So
boy.
I am so glad we got him. You know,
Alright.
it give us a little more depth coming off the bench. So I really like the
I'm
moves.
going to blow the whistle, yeah? Yeah, 30 seconds is up, sir.
Oh, sorry, my
If you want extra time, I don't know.
I went to overtime.
I'll go to our next podcast and talk about that.
Yeah. I forget it's full time.
So
Sorry,
I'll pass the ball to Aiden now. Aiden, it's your turn. Don't feel disheartened with the 17 championships.
Nah. I cool with that, but
I'm going to tell you, your time starts now.
so far all I hear is that they need players from other teams to win. You know what I mean? Because clearly all you couldn't make it last year. What's going on with that? All your GOAT, all your leader couldn't do that for you. Crazy. But I would give them historically 17-3, you know. But right now, as of now, Miami is doing what we need to do. Lakers not really doing anything. You know, if you realize that there was 70% luck and 30% skill to get them into the championships this year, as you can see by the sweep from Denver. But we wouldn't really get
this man
into
30
all
seconds up here.
Hold on.
Time, man. Let me check the time. All right.
Yeah, look at the time.
that. Jimmy definitely doing what he needs to do. If all he needed that player all year,
Yeah, 5 more seconds.
that is the player all year what I need. But all I need to say is Jimmy Butler,
Nah, we
champion
don't- we-
2024.
We do that second round. Hey, you went over, you know. You might have to pay a fine or
Yeah,
something.
boy.
Easy,
The buzzer went off already. Was that one?
And the
Ref,
body was so...
check the video replay.
And then one wearing a yellow jersey, a yellow card, and one wearing a red jersey. I do that second round in that.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Pass back the ball to Paul. Again, you 30 seconds. Don't go over, you know. I had
Yeah.
a banner and send it to some kind of... Send it back to Fancy Pavilion, you
All
know.
right. All right. Cool.
Big up my boy Jared on the inside. Fancy
All right.
Pavilion. So, again, you 30 seconds again.
All right.
Go.
What? All right. No, but
Convince me.
what was the 30 seconds? Well, convince you about the Lakers again.
Convince my boy Lakers.
All right. Cool. My boy saying how we had to get players from other teams. I mean, that's the business of the NBA. At sometimes you had to make moves. You had to, you know, that's part of it. You know,
Yes,
He
yes.
didn't want to pay, give Vincent the money. He make it pay the year. You know, that's how it is.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, no, the Lakers. I mean, they're clearly one of the favorites. You have a player like LeBron who's still doing
10
his thing at
seconds.
38. Right, Anthony Davis had a great season again last year. I mean, we still need more from him, but at least he stayed healthy. I mean,
And that time
what
is
more
up.
you had to say? What more you had to say?
He went over.
Lovely.
I think he went over by 1 second.
No. Buzzer beater.
And that buzzer beater.
Yeah. I get it off inside.
I'd like your team.
Lovely. I'll give an Aiden another 30 seconds. Rep your team. And go.
I hear Anthony Davis fella that he can stay healthy. Cool.
Yeah,
But
last season.
as of right now, I will give it to Miami. If we do that team versus team, I will give it to Miami because just look at Eric Spoelstra alone. He's been with Miami for how long? All they couldn't find a coach, right? Okay. You know, all they really just need to, as an organization, all they just need to do better.
5 seconds.
And that's all the time I need.
we coaches play on the floor. LeBron James.
Easy, pal. Easy.
Darren.
But that was our ball in your court round. Full time on full time.
I feel like we needed
Y'all
more time,
let us
you
know
know.
in the comments who won that battle. Guys, y'all really know the sport, and I'm excited for the new NBA season. But I must give y'all a chance to name your all-time team. It's hard, but I'm giving you the opportunity to name the full-time all-star team. So y'all think about it, deliberate. We're gonna start in 5 seconds. Actually, I'm gonna start with Paul. Paul, who you think making us? I'd like have a nice, healthy conversation about it, and we definitely post it up.
All right. My side is are doing it by position, right? At point guard, Steph Curry. You know, I mean that goes without saying.
All right,
the best shooter ever in the game.
ever.
Yeah, all right. Michael Jordan. Now,
Love to hear that.
it's hard to say that,
Why?
especially seeing who I have won.
Uh,
But just for the sake
so you're
of
trying to say
no.
It's hard to
No.
say.
No, I'm not saying
That's what
no,
I'm
I'm not
saying.
saying that.
That
I'm
I
not
want
saying
to
that.
do.
But you know, Jordan Jordan is. I love Jordan, but I love Kobe as well. So here, what? For the sake of this conversation, Kobe
Means-
slash Jordan.
No,
For the shooting
it
guard.
had no-
Guys, it's
Right?
5 in it.
It
It's
had
only
no
5 in it.
It had no split.
No,
You
we
see
can't do
that?
that.
It had no 6
Yeah.
man.
Well, here, what? I put in Kobe then. I put in Kobe. I know it's blasphemous.
Bias in
I
it.
know it's blasphemous. I know
Bias.
everybody will.
Kobe over
Everybody
Jordan.
will want to kill me, but this is my team. This is
Wow.
my top
That's
five.
your team, Roger. That's
My top five. So
Yeah,
here what?
that's
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
Right,
cool,
so
cool.
Steph, Kobe,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron had to be there.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
small forward.
Small forward, yeah.
Tim Duncan, power
Come
forward.
on, Duncan is a
And then-
legend.
My boy have on the jersey there, Shaquille O'Neal at center.
Center
That's my top
forward.
five there.
Lovely.
Yeah.
In,
Never wrong.
All I say is he took my whole front court, but
I mean, is he better?
we will keep Shaq at center,
come on.
but Kevin Garnett at power forward.
Ooh.
You know,
Grow up on
It's a
some
big one.
KG boy.
That's a big one.
we will keep LeBron at small forward, but we see Rajon Rondo at shooting guard,
What?
and then Allen Iverson at point guard.
But Rajon Rondo.
Two of
Sorry,
the
did I-
best passers.
Did I hear
best backcourt.
correctly? Rajon Rondo?
Rajon Rondo.
Why you put Rajon in that slot? What do you think?
Because a team needs spacing. If you have three fellas over 6'9" in your front court already, right? You might get a little clunked up. So as Allen Iverson could spread the ball, you know, and then Rajon Rondo, one of the best passers in the league for over how much years? He didn't need Kevin Garnett. He didn't need Paul Pierce. He went to different teams. Sacramento did that. He did that with LA even in his older years.
True.
You know, but his best time was
Can't
at
forget
the
he did that
Celtics.
with LA against Miami. Yeah, can't forget that.
They still didn't win. Listen. I would, Rajon, I would give it to Rajon. I originally had Harden. We know that because 2018-19 Harden was unbeatable, unguardable by probably anybody on this list. I would put that up 36.1 points per game. Really, who's doing this right now?
Yeah, Harden.
But,
So Harden in the court for real. Guys, we're in the second half. We deep into the second half. So you all have anything to sign off? Anything you're excited about for the new season? Any predictions? I'll start off with Paul.
Predictions. Well, I see Phoenix Suns made some moves, but I can't put them as the favorites. Jan, just not to be biased, I'm not going to say Lakers. Denver.
Thank you for that.
Denver seems to have everybody back. I know they lost Bruce Bowen. I know they lost this guy Jeff Green. But I don't know why again I'm feeling like the Celtics might make some noise again. They still have Tatum. They still have Brown. They added Porzingis. You know, so that's a big piece there. Maybe that might be the piece to the
Celtics have a
puzzle.
very good side.
I'm not saying they are favorites, but I'm just saying just look out for them.
Team to look out for sure.
Yeah, team to look out for.
Yeah.
Lakers obviously, Heat obviously could be back there. Maybe they could get if they get Dame, that might push them.
Like you're trying to get
over
in a
the
good
edge.
books before you leave here, boy.
Because they don't already have Bam.
Come on.
Yeah, they don't already have Bam. They already have Jimmy. you
Thomas
know.
Bryant added.
Yeah, Thomas Bryant. So,
Kevin
you know,
Love.
I mean, look for the usual suspects. Yeah. Bucks as well. Can't forget them, Giannis.
Ozzy, who you think, boy?
Well, I brought my little board with me
Lovely.
to show you what I think. And I have a underdog. I have two underdogs that I wouldn't expect that I say could be winners. Houston and Sacramento. If they keep going like how they're going right now, De'Aaron Fox looks like he bulked up a little bit during the offseason. And Houston with some new additions, plus Jeff Green as a veteran to come onto the team. And they know James Harden wants to go back there, or the Clippers. You know, whoever has the most clubs. But we just letting them do their thing for right now. I to not be biased to my own team, I said Miami might be a little underwhelming this season. Obviously the Lakers. But Golden State and New York too. But as for teams that would tank, Detroit, Orlando, usual suspects, Washington. You know, Jordan Poole not going there to win championships right now. You know, right now I think he going there to be his own solo star. That's just my own. That's just my opinion. And well, Utah, San Antonio, and Charlotte.
Yeah. So, guys, And I had to bloody whistle on this NBA segment. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed your company. Guys are putting up your socials. Pulsar Paul, follow. They're calling them Fantasy King. Halsey, what's your IG handle?
Halls.fyb.
I want you to plug your football brand as well.
Or NG, New Generation United. That's the football team. A lot of the up and coming prospects right now. A lot of national players, youth players, Intercall, SSFL. A lot of these youths that were, they're coming up in the league and they will definitely do great things for Trinidad and Tobago coming up.
Lovely. So guys, this is Full Time on Full Time. It's your boy B Peters 868. I'm blowing the whistle and I'll go on.